We are quickly approaching the day of the new Dragon Ball anime and video game announcement at the Genki Damatsuri event. That's going to be happening very, very soon from now, less than a week from now. And I just wanted to say, what new transformation will we be getting? Now, we know for a fact we're going to get a new one no matter what, because it's been a very long time since Ultra Instinct, and Daima's SSJ4 was really just another modern adaptation of SSJ4. It's not like we're, out of transformation ideas already. It's just modernized SSJ4. So it's still been ages, actually, since the last major transformation. I want to remind you guys, every single time one of these new animes happen, we get a new one. When it's Super Saiyan like God, we get Super Saiyan God. When it's Resurrection F, we get Super Saiyan Blue. During the DBS anime, we get Ultra Instinct, we get Beast, we get Legendary Super Saiyan for the new DBS Broly. We're gonna get a new one, all right? It's gonna happen. Hello everyone, it's me again, Steve Dojo here, back with another Dragon Ball video, and I wanted to talk about the Genki Damatsuri event because obviously that's the main and only thing that's going on for Dragon Ball right now for the whole year. Obviously this event will be the reveal of, again, a new Dragon Ball game and a new animated project. Now we don't know if the project is going to be a TV show or a movie, but like I've said previously, I'd prefer if it's a TV show because that's like infinitely more content for all the Dragon Ball media. Think about it, if the next Dragon Ball game that comes out is Xenoverse 3 or like Sparking Zero 2 or Fighters 2, if you do a movie, they only get like one DLC pack worth of movie characters, maybe two. But if you do an anime series, you get what we got with Xenoverse 2, where we get constant 20 plus DLC packs. Fighters gets 3 seasons worth of DLCs. If we get a new anime, we're gonna get an ocean of content. If we get a movie, we're not gonna get an ocean of content. In fact, the new anime not only comes with new transformations, but obviously new characters as well, because duh, then they need to fill the roster out with something, right? Whether it's going to be a new interesting character like Hit, or a new powerhouse that challenges the ceiling of the verse like Jiren, or even just new transformations for old existing characters like Golden Frieza, that, Dragon Ball Super, or technically Dragon Ball Z introduced. It'd be nice to see where Overcast goes from here, or hell, which new transformations are actually get unlocked. We might even get Ultra Ego finally in the anime, if they get the rights to that. They most likely will have the rights to that, because one of the big stage presenters here is actually the guy who runs the Dragon Ball games, and he usually only shows up when there's actually something big to announce, so I cannot wait to see what's going on with that. And with the new game, oh geez, I honestly think if they ever make a new Dragon Ball game, like really soon by the way, I would have 100% said Xenoverse 3, but we don't have Future Saga Chapter 4 out for Xenoverse 2 yet. In fact, we don't even know who the characters are in that DLC pack. I think it'd be a weird decision to announce Xenoverse 3 before we actually get the final DLC characters for Xenoverse 2. That would be weird. I remember Destiny or one of the other big like live service games did something like that similarly, where they announced, it was Overwatch. They announced DLC for Overwatch 1 when Overwatch 2 was already coming out. That was a ginormous mistake. They didn't benefit from that, and there's no way Bandai Namco makes a mistake like that. So I don't think the game announcement is going to be Xenoverse 3. If they do anything Xenoverse related, it'll probably be like Tenkaichi to Raging Blast, where Raging Blast plays very similar to Tenkaichi and has very similar graphics and very similar character models, even almost exact super attack animations as well, but it's not called Tenkaichi. We might get one of those for Xenoverse. Maybe it'll be Xenoverse but just without the custom characters and with like better graphics, more cell shading, more anime accurate art style, something like that. They have all those assets to use, and we know they love reusing the Xenoverse assets in all of their card games and in Dragon Ball Legends too, so there's probably no reason they don't just touch them up or update them nowadays, right? Obviously, Genki Damatsuri is going to have like a bunch of like merchandising and stuff, but I don't think any of the merchandising is going to leak stuff. I think Dragon Balls only have had like one major leak when it comes to merchandise, and that was Super Saiyan Rose. I remember, I think a sticker or a keychain of a pink head Goku Black with a pink key sword came out like almost 2 weeks before Super Saiyan Rose actually got revealed in the anime. I actually remember it because I was at someone else's place and I saw the news on my phone and I was like, oh, that's weird. But yeah, I don't think the merchandising is going to leak anything. Dragon Ball isn't like other media somehow. They actually do have a pretty tight leash on their secrets. Again, no one actually knew SJ4 was going to show up in Daima until we saw it, other than the fact that Daima is literally just GT all over again. But there was no leaks of a very obvious like Super Saiyan 4 around the corner, no stickers, no merchandising, no, video game leaks like of Whitehead Ultra Instinct getting leaked in Xenoverse 2 before it got leaked in the, before it, made its official appearance in the anime. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be any big leaks to spoil any of the things that will be shown here. These will be completely new stuff. So that's actually nice to see, because I remember Daima did get leaked as Dragon Ball Magic, but that name was a big mistranslation. Daimo, that means demon. I don't know where the word magic came from. Maybe demon magic, but I don't know. Either way, it's nice to see that with the stuff that they're going to show here, it's going to be entirely new stuff, is what I'm trying to say. It's not going to be stuff that we've heard about before that we're just getting a follow-up on, like SSJ4 for Dragon Ball Fighters, right? That will be here, but it's not like that's all the information. This will be entirely new stuff. It's why we see stuff like exclusive announcements, because it's exclusive to this event, you know? We're getting exclusive announcements, exclusive reveals, all of that cool stuff. So again, hopefully a Dragon Ball anime. Maybe we'll get a movie, but I would like another long-form anime like Super, rather than like Daima, because Daima was pretty short, and there wasn't a lot you could do with Daima in terms of merchandising, because the only thing people are going to want to pay for is Goku, Vegeta, and then Goku and Vegeta when they're adults, and maybe like Goma, and maybe Glorio, and maybe Kuendu. I don't know why they made Pansy DLC in Sparking Zero, but you know, Dragon Ball just be doing anything bad, so I don't know. I don't know anything about that at all. So the final thing I wanted to actually talk about is what is the transformation going to be? Because it could be a new unique transformation, or it could just be an old one brought back all over again. Now, obviously, we just got SSJ4, so they're not going to do that all over again. And it's not going to be like Ultra Instinct, where, oh, hey, look, there's one line of dialogue in the anime that implies that this transformation exists. And it's probably going to be more like Beast, where we've never heard about it ever before. It's just going to show up in the anime, and we're just going to... I mean, I guess Gohan teased in the Tournament Power, oh, I'll find something beyond Super Saiyan Blue. But if Beast is the natural stage above Super Saiyan Blue, I'm shocked Goku and Vegeta haven't unlocked that yet. Because I feel like that's just, you can unlock that through hard work. Like, that's not like a special requirement like UI or Ultra Ego. So I don't think Beast counts as a transformation that we were, like, you know, that we knew was going to exist. Just off of the few lines of dialogue. But it's curious to see what we're going to get, because Daima, I'm not going to lie, Daima fumbled the bag on a few things. They introduced SSJ4, but they didn't introduce SSJ4 Gogeta, who is honestly, he's probably the most popular SSJ4, yeah. As the fusion, he's more popular than the individual parts. It's actually crazy to say that. But then Daima also didn't actually give Goku Dragon Fist. And Dragon Fist is one of his favorite moves when he's in Super Saiyan 4. So it's actually really shocking how much they missed there, but maybe the new anime will actually be a Daima sequel, where we will get to see, you know, canon Dragon Fist. Because I want to remind you guys, the Dragon Fist that you see, Dragon Fist Explosion, if I don't who will, that's not canon, that's not real. We don't have a real Dragon Fist in Dragon Ball. So if we want a real Dragon Fist Explosion, the time for us to get it would most likely be in this new anime. Depends on how creative the writers feel like being, because obviously if the writers are like super Giga Brain, we'll get cool stuff like, you know, Dragon Ball Daima, or like the end of the Tournament of Power, where the fight choreography is really interesting, and you know, the fight tactics, the character designs, the transformations, the writing, all of that stuff can be more interesting. Because I want to remind you guys, the better that stuff looks in the anime, the better it looks in the game. It's why the Daima super attacks look so goddamn awesome in Xenoverse 2 and Sparking Zero, but why like Ultra Instinct Goku super attacks are like really mid in most games, because the animation wasn't exactly the craziest and it wasn't exactly the most creative attack. It's just Goku rushes the person, he punches a whole bunch, and then he shoots like a blast. Like, it's really tame stuff, you know? I will give a pass to Sparking Zero and Fighters. Sparking Zero and Fighters at least have gorgeous like graphics, so they can make these like regular moves look more interesting. But when I look at the way like characters like hit, fight, it's like hits like way more interesting. And then Jiren is like the final boss of Dragon Ball Super, and he fights like super basic, because that's the most creative thing they could come up with. So all of his animations in video games also super basic. And man, it's rough out here. It's actually super rough out here. If your favorite character doesn't get animated well, you're doomed. Either way, I do think that this is a pretty awesome place to end the video. Again, if you guys enjoyed the video, then obviously you can please leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe, it really supports the channel. And let me know in the comment section what you think about the newest information when it comes to the Genkai Damatsuri. Now, I do want to remind you guys, this is coming in the next few days. For those of you watching the video like now on its release, probably like 3 to 4 days is when this is going to all go down. Again, you could just subscribe and hit the bell on the channel to receive updates on that right away and all the new stuff, so you don't miss anything new concerning Dragon Ball. So yeah, again, solid place to end the video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, it greatly supports the channel. Leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next. And I do love you all. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time, fellas. Take care and peace.